if you are afraid to post on socials or you're afraid to market yourself or put yourself out there, just know that if you're putting your true self and what you believe in out there, it's going to be so much easier to show up on a hard day. And people are going to truly start to connect with that. Will everyone connect with it? No. And that's a good thing.
Welcome to the Be It Till You See It podcast, where we talk about taking messy action, knowing that perfect is boring. I'm Lesley Logan, Pilates instructor and fitness business coach. I've trained thousands of people around the world, and the number one thing I see stopping people from achieving anything is self-doubt. My friends, action brings clarity, and it's the antidote to fear. Each week, my guests will bring bold, executable, intrinsic, and targeted steps that you can use to put yourself first and be it till you see it. It's a practice, not a perfect. Let's get started.
Welcome back to the Be It Till You See It interview recap, where my co-host in life, Brad, and I are going to dig into the incredible, amazing, badass convo we had with the one and only Shanté Cofield.
Shanté!
The Movement Maestro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. It was in our last episode, and if you haven't listened to that one, you've missed out on life. You really, you kind of fucked up. You got to go listen to it. You can listen after this, and you can listen, and then, usually, depending on how you set your podcast situation up, it could be right after this. If you're listening to the OPC app, it's right below this one. If you're in your Apple app, good luck. They've changed it all the time. It's hard to find an episode you missed. And that's why we do these recaps. But first, today, it is October 9th.
Woo.
It's Curious Events Day.
Curious Events Day.
I chose this because of Shanté. So the other
that.
ones seemed quite boring. There was World Post Day, and I was like, oh, that's so Shanté, but it means mail.
What do you mean mail?
Post mail. Mailing a letter. World Post
Oh,
Day. Not as in social
I
media
was
post.
Definitely not thinking MAIL.
Yeah, mail. So I didn't choose that one because that would be the opposite of Shanté.
Yeah.
But Curious Events Day is October 9th, and it's a day to wonder about everything we've ever wondered about. So how do you get those little ships into the bottles? I think they do it they're flat and they put it in. But you should, if you still wonder, you should look that up. Who figured out how to tie shoelaces? That is curious. What is the most recent sighting of Bigfoot in North America? I'm seriously doubting where the feedback might come from. I definitely do need pick your news sources wisely. Why can't we figure out what happened in Roswell? Be inquisitive, be persistent, and be careful. Don't forget that old adage, curiosity killed the cat. And then the end is that satisfaction brought it back. But do be mindful.
And then it's but it had 9 lives. So you're good.
Yeah, but also
be curious.
But also do judge your news sources carefully.
Oh my gosh. Please validate things.
Please. Also,
anytime anything seems oh yeah, that news makes sense. No, go look it up.
Also, don't just look at headlines or scan things. Read. Use your reading skills. Use them. It's very, very important. And it's something that's I think what I like about World Curious Day or National Curious Day is it's a way to get off of social media and then go Curious Events Day and go look up things, maybe use a library. I don't know, be curious there too. Anyways, so our winter tour is announced, y'all. It announced, a while back. And if you haven't bought your tickets yet, it might be slim pickings. So go to opc.me/tour to see all the incredible cities.
Oh.
We are recording this before October 1st, so I actually have no idea where we're going yet. We're
still working all that out. But there's, we got 25 cities on the docket that we're trying to figure out.
That's the goal.
It's even bigger and better than we've ever done before. And it's only possible because you come to see the events and see each other and hang and, come meet us in real life.
It's kind of how all things work.
And the dog,
If you like this podcast, you got to leave a review, share it with a friend, and listen. You got to.
do it.
If you like a show, you got to, there's things you have more power than you realize. And if you don't attend an event, we don't go back.
That's very key.
Even when we like this city. So opc.me/tour. Also, we're currently in Cambodia for our retreat. If you're not on the wait list yet, you're going to want to get on that because in January, we're opening up the early bird special for the retreat, and only those on the wait list get the early bird option. You don't have to get on the wait list, but you get to pay full price. And that's just we're spelling it out for you.
Just to put this out there, we've had a lot of people asking about October 2026.
Yeah.
So a lot of people. And there is only room for, there's a limited amount of space.
As much as we love you.
Yeah.
And we hate saying no.
I would love to, make sure everybody can join us, but, there's a limited amount of space.
Well, because to be honest, like we just like the smaller buses because it means like we get to spend more time with you versus the bigger bus. And it's like not as much time with you. And also the bigger bus means less sights to see because the buses don't fit in certain places.
Yeah, it is. We'll bring the bigger bus if we have the group for the bigger bus. But yeah, we are limited on, we can't go through the big temple.
There's only so much room on the patio. So get your spot quickly by being on the wait list.
All right. And then we're excited. On October 19th, we're actually going to be going to Singapore. Oh, for the wait list people, go to leslielogan.co/retreats, plural, leslielogan.co/retreats.
Okay.
On October 19th, we're fired up to be coming to Singapore. This is a new thing for us. We were invited. It's a private event, but I just want to put that out there, for you. If you want to host us coming through, just reach out.
Just ask.
And we'll see how we can figure it out.
We actually just came back yesterday when we're recording this from UK, and I had shared like, oh, we actually are here because people asked. Like it wasn't like we had a studio owner ask, and then we had another studio go, hey, how do I get that at my studio? And then we put the events together. And so we sometimes we have to plan years in advance. Like this particular event was actually planned 2 years ago, but we can do that. And we actually are the kind of people that don't just show up on your door unannounced. We do need an invitation. And so we already talked about Winter Tour. That's coming up in December. Then January is going to be the Pilates Journal Expo. It's in Huntington Beach. If you go to xxll.co/Pilates Journal, you can get your tickets for that. I've got a world premiere of a workshop, which is really fun for me because I just like having a space where you can ask whatever question you want about Pilates. Don't worry, there's some other nuggets around that, but like it's really a space for that.
What was the URL again?
xxll.co/Pilates Journal.
Yeah, we got a new URL shortener, y'all. xxll.co.
Yeah, because that's what they needed.
We did that instead of a phone number.
They still want the phone number.
Yeah, the phone number is not going to.
I still want it.
Using our name.
We haven't looked at it. We haven't looked into if we can have a 310 just be it.
March, we're going to be
in Poland. We're going to be in Poland again. I'm so excited to be back in Poland with Karen Frischman.
Yeah.
And so it's like kind of amazing. You get to learn from the two of us at the same time, which means a bigger bang for your buck. xxll.co/Poland. Anyone can go, by the way.
Yeah.
Just because Karen and I speak in English. Okay. That's how we teach.
Yeah.
And then it's translated into Polish, but you can just come. And then Karen and I will drag Brad through Europe all the way over to Brussels. And we are going to be.
I will not be complaining.
At L Studio in Brussels. Very, very excited about this.
LLE. L's.
Oh, actually, it's ELS.
ELS.
L's.
Apostrophe. L's studio?
Yeah, I think it's ELS with the apostrophe because then it's L's.
Okay.
That's what I learned. When there's an S, you just put the apostrophe on the other side. Anyways, you can go to xxll.co/Brussels to grab your tickets for that. And in April, we can't announce this right now.
We can talk about that.
So there's
Pretty
something.
Sure we already did.
Oh, we might have. We're going to be in London. There is a POT in London. And what I'm doing in London is not yet to be announced because I haven't signed my contract. So we're going to be at the POT in London.
We're
doing something.
Gonna have a booth.
Yes.
We're going to have a booth and we're going to be talking about flashcards.
Yeah.
So come hang out.
Yeah.
If you've never been to a Pilates on tour,
you got to come.
It is a lot of fun. They're amazing events. They really do a great job with that. And we can't wait to be back in London. It's going to be amazing.
And you can buy day passes for that. So
cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay.
All right. Before we get into this incredible interview with Shanté, we actually had a question. And the question was from Pilates Physio.
Well, so there's 2 people sent in the same question within 2 weeks. And I like when you read these out loud.
I can't wait.
Just read them out loud. Read them both.
Okay. So Pilates Physio said, how do you look this fresh? Flying UK to Australia, I always look dragged through head backwards.
Hedges backwards. Sorry.
Hedges?
Yeah, the hedge backwards. Sorry. My nails are too long. I typed it up myself.
Okay. And the next one is Inhale Pilates asks, how in the hell do you look so fresh and glowing after all of that flying? That is so unfair. And let me tell you my secret.
Oh, yeah. You want to tell your secret? So I love both these women because one of them asked it after I did story when we had just landed in the UK and we were driving to Beith. We landed in Edinburgh and we were driving to Dunbeath.
Yeah.
And then the other one asked it after we landed, went through security, got through our global entry, and we were in the like baggage claim area, and I did it. And so it's really quite funny because for the first one, I actually purposely didn't wear any makeup and just did my brow stuff because we were flying overnight and I knew I'd be trying to sleep. And it was like about 30 hours of travel and you don't want to have makeup. And for the second one, we had a whole day flight and I was like, I got to do stories. I got to do this. I got to have my makeup on. And I am so proud of how amazing my makeup survived. The Edinburgh, Heathrow to LA. I will say I looked pretty ragged by the time we did LA to Las Vegas. I was so tired I couldn't keep my eyes open.
I know.
So it wasn't like I was dragged through a hedge backwards.
Zonked out on the plane home. Like we were asleep before we left the ground. I don't remember taking off.
Yeah, I think we just I fell asleep so hard. So I will say, I think it's really easy on social media to look at someone who and go, oh, they look so great. And to be honest, in that moment, I caught the right light. But so here's what I told them both. Really great skincare. You have to have a great skincare routine. You must be doing this all the time. There isn't any makeup hack you can do that can outdo bad skincare. Like every makeup artist I've ever worked with is the first step to great makeup is the skincare. So find one you like. I love the one I use. We don't have a short link for it. We have a long link for it.
We can get a short link for it. It's the tarantula.
No, I don't. Oh. I don't have a social. I don't have an affiliate for that. But I'll tell you what that is.
Talking about.
But yeah, it's in the sponsors page. Sick. Yeah, so we'll drop that in there. He'll give it to you in a second. So great skincare must do. Second, if you are flying long, like UK to Australia or the US to Europe, anything that's 12-hour flight and it's overnight, I highly recommend no makeup because you are going to try and sleep. But I do believe in mascara and brow gel, and I really do believe in it. It has changed the life. And if you're I overplucked my brows when I was younger, you gotta follow Strike. You gotta follow that. Strike is the Instagram account. Christy Stryker. She has a boyfriend brow.
3 eyes or something.
3 eyes. She will teach you how to grow your brows out, you guys. She was a client of mine. I was a client of hers. I have not seen her in years, and I'm so proud of what my brows are doing. But I hire because what happened, your eyebrows and your lashes frame your eyes, and it can make a tired eye look happier. So we don't have affiliates for Strike, but go and just learn from them. They have tons of tutorials. Tarantula Lash is by Bake Up Beauty. Again, no affiliates. I can't make any money off of this, but I'm obsessed. I buy 2 sticks of mascara every time I shop with them because you can get the free shipping. So once you have a good brow, good mascara you like, and great skincare, you can fly anywhere. You also have to drink water. You must drink water when you fly. You have to drink water when you fly. I do not sleep well on most flights, especially long ones. In fact, when Applies Physio asked that question, I had not slept at all because the flight sucked so much. On the way home, I think I got a little bit of sleep. So I would love that. Then when you want to apply makeup, I had makeup on the second one, when you want to apply makeup, you do want to find a makeup line that is easier for you to use so that it doesn't take too long. And second, that through the day, it looks better. No affiliate for Westman Atelier. I have tried multiple times, but I actually love their free concierge program. You can get on a call with someone. They can pick your colors for you. And it is, it's a clean beauty line that actually, as the day goes on, it kind of just melts into your skin more. So it doesn't streak as the day goes on. It's almost it's not that it rubs off, but it just kind of becomes your skin. So I like that.
All right. I think I'm also just going to interrupt you and say I love all of these amazing things that you've been figuring out.
Yeah.
So the skincare link is xxll.co/skincare.
Okay. There you go.
So xxll.co/skincare, and you'll be able to see what Leslie's been using for skincare. I was also just going to jump in there and say, I don't know anybody else in the world who prioritizes their sleep the way that you do.
I know. I wish I could sleep on a plane, but I do prioritize it outside of planes.
Yeah. And so, when you're asking what is it that you're doing, I think it is, it is built on this foundation of consistent sleep.
Yes. Well, I think all of it is, right? But I will say great skincare, great sleep, drink some water, you'd be surprised. And also just be a little nicer to yourself. Like the fact that you think that of course I thought I looked like hell on the first one. You know what I mean? But like you smile and you look like more awake. Finds the sunshine. You look more awake. Like I think we are constantly thinking that we're supposed to look like supermodels all the time. And no one does, including supermodels. They look like shit actually most of the time when you see them outside. But they have a confidence to them that they're beautiful people. And you have to start liking yourself. And you have to start to know that you have so many beautiful features. Highlight them. And have a great day.
Yeah. And have a great day.
Yeah.
Look, if you have any questions, Lesley clearly would love to answer those questions. Just text us back at 310-905-5534, or you can submit it at beitpod.com/questions. That's beitpod.com/questions.
I also just love the ones
you
that
can
are like,
also leave your wins there too for our Friday episodes.
And also, I think I just get excited when it's like a non-Pilates question because it's like, here is all the research I've done. I figured it out. This is the mascara, you know?
I love it.
All right, let's talk about Shanté.
All right, stick around. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Let's talk about Shanté Cofield. I just want to say I love Shanté. She's amazing. And we actually do know her in real life. We had a chance to hang out with her a few times over the years. She's just fantastic. So Shanté has created this persona called the Movement Maestro. And
I wouldn't say it's a persona. It's her.
Yes. So it's a persona.
Okay.
It's actually, that's the definition of it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Shanté is known as the Movement Maestro, and she's actually a physical therapist by trade and an entrepreneur by choice. And she said that on the interview. And I thought that's a great way to say that. A physical therapist by trade, entrepreneur by choice. She's based in Southern California, and she now focuses on online business coaching, specifically helping health and fitness pros run, build, and grow profitable online personal brands. So loving that. And she primarily uses Instagram as their quote unquote top of funnel for lead generation. And she's just super great at it. She's been doing it for a long time. And she's also the business partner. She's business partners with Jill Coleman for a group coaching program that they do together that we would absolutely recommend. Of course, Jill was also our coach. If you remember, Jill's been on the pod, all the things. But what a fun conversation. I mean, also, I just wanted to say.
Secretly, I just wanted to talk with her, so I brought her on the pod.
Well, she says this thing that I think is really funny when she's agreeing with you. She says this.
Oh,
this.
I felt like I had just a cheerleading session. I was like,
amazing.
Anytime I'm like doubtful of like the do I know what the fuck I'm talking about, I'm just gonna listen to this episode and hear her like compliment the fuck out of me.
Yeah, she's awesome. Well, what was one of the things that you loved that she said?
I mean, aside from how amazing she made me feel about myself, so she said that one of the biggest gifts is showing up authentically, because that is what you actually give other people permission to do the same. So when you show up authentically, you invite other people to do this. And I couldn't agree more. I think like when I get to come to a workshop and people are nervous, and you know, I'm even nervous because I'm like, oh my God, they paid all this money. They traveled all this way. I hope I don't disappoint them. Like,
sure.
Because people might have a different idea of me on like from online stuff. I don't know. You know what I mean? People tell a story about them, about somebody, and then you meet them. But
right. Don't meet your heroes. Everyone always says.
Yeah. Well, because some of those people suck. Not me and not Shanté. But
I think if you're showing up authentically online, when you met someone in person,
correct,
then you know what you're going to get.
Of course.
That's the goal.
But I will just say, like, I always make sure that even when I feel nervous, I'm like, and the more authentic I can be to myself, the more every one of these people in this room will drop the nerves, will show up, and will have a great time with us. So it's really, really fun for me. So I couldn't agree more. And it helps you get out of your own head, because sometimes we get in our own head about things. And it's like, if you are just being your authentic self, it's one, so much easier, and two, other people will be the same, and you won't have to worry if people are being real or not about you. We also talked about declaring boundaries and priorities, and that when you say like, this is what I do, or I'm putting myself first, you model this behavior for others. I mean, like, can she and I just go on a tour together and tell people to prioritize themselves first? I love this. It's so, so good for the people in your life, for the partners in your life, for the friends in your life. Like, and I'm just like obsessed with all those things. Yeah.
I mean, I love that. I think it's important. I think it's great.
She also, this is very important. She said, anything but yourself is unsustainable. So like if you're trying to be other people,
Yeah.
like it's so unsustainable.
That's what I was going to chime in. One of the stories that she told was when we follow these people online and then they quit. And they're like, actually I built this thing and I don't like anything about it and all this stuff. And, it's amazing because you can build things with marketing. When you do marketing properly, it will build a thing. But you need to make sure you like the thing. You need to make sure you like the people that you're going to be talking with, because otherwise it will be unfulfilling. And I think that if you are talking about something that you don't believe in, it's not sustainable. And that's where this authenticity comes in. When you talk about something you're passionate about or you believe in, or you really, are wanting to encourage others to tackle and change and do all the things, it comes through, it shines through, right? And it also allows it for you can stand by your word, So that I think that
I also think like when you're consistent, people do see that even if they're not buying your thing right away. Like, and it doesn't mean you don't get to pivot or evolve, but I have noticed like people who keep changing this. Oh, I'm doing this now. I'm doing this now. I'm doing this now. And they're so different. Oh, I'm back to this now. I'm like, are they okay? What are they doing?
right.
So I do think that if you are afraid to post on socials or you're afraid to market yourself or put yourself out there, just know that if you're putting your true self and what you believe in out there, it's going to be so much easier to show up on a hard day. And people are going to truly start to connect with that. Will everyone connect with it? No. And that's a good thing. You don't want everyone to connect with you. I promise you that. There are some crazy people out there. You don't want them to like your stuff. So be your authentic self and it will repel them.
Yes. Yeah. And not even in a negative way. It just, they won't be attracted to it. So I really loved when she was talking about the societal lie that success requires struggle. And I found this really intriguing because I lived the story of, we've talked about this a little bit before, but the bootstrapping, the solopreneur, I got to do it all myself. Why? Because I'm broke and I can't afford to, whatever. And it became the story that I told myself. And then what happens is it becomes your MO. It becomes your persona.
Yeah. Well,
right.
You tell a story, but also you just feel like it has to be hard all the time.
It has to be hard all the time.
It's not enough.
It's not even that it has to be hard all the time. That's not the story we initially tell ourselves, but it becomes a lived experience that we then adopt.
Yeah.
Right. And so all of a sudden you're like, because when you start to delegate, when you do have a team and you start giving things over to the team, such as I'm a teacher, I'm teaching 7,000 hours a week, all of a sudden you're not teaching that much anymore, but you've adopted this, it's got to be challenging or we're not moving forward approach. You suddenly feel like you're doing it wrong or you're, or like something is wrong. You can't figure out what it is, but it's because we've built this on this foundation of it's got to be hard for it to be right.
Well, I work with a lot of teachers like, oh my God, but if I do it like that, then the clients aren't going to, because they want to feel burn. It's like, do you want to teach like that? If you don't want to teach like that, stop teaching like that, because they like educate people on what it is. You're making it hard on yourself. And then it's not going to be fun to show up all the time and you're not going to like it. And that you're like, oh, but it's got to be hard. It's got to be a struggle. And then I'll get to the other side. You got to do things you like. And success does have obstacles, but it doesn't have to be like you're trudging through like quicksand.
Yeah. I mean, you're not here to be miserable every day and faking this thing. Right. I think that I just really liked what she said about it. And she said, of course, work is hard. But when it comes to what things that you enjoy doing and the people you enjoy being around, it can still be fun even when you are working hard.
Yeah.
But the high level effort doesn't have to be like killing yourself to make it.
Yeah.
Like the struggle. I think we jokingly say the struggle is real. But also, it doesn't always have to be a struggle every day.
Correct. And also, like, I just posted about this today on Instagram because multiple times during the 2 events we had, people go, you must be tired. And I was like, oh, I'm not tired. I might be tired. I'll be tired tonight. I might even be a little bit tired tomorrow. But like, I'm not tired right now because I loved what I'm doing. I didn't put anything up here that you could buy that would exhaust me.
Yeah. I think there's a weird assumption with that. Like, wow, you must be tired. means you must be burned out because what you do is so much that like I cannot fathom how you're able to execute it all, and still have time for yourself.
Yeah. Well, but it goes back to what we said with Shanté said earlier. I prioritize myself and I have boundaries.
Yeah.
Big time. Big time. And I recognize that like people have kids and blah, 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 and all this stuff. I still think that because she said we are a mirror and when we are ourselves, other people do the same. If you put yourself first, other people see this and they too will do it. So it's not like people will just assume, oh, I got to not bother that person. You have to say, I can't do that right now. But like if you are doing something you love, yes, it'll be hard days, but it doesn't have to be a struggle.
Yeah. Well, look. Stick around. We'll be right back. We're going to dig into the be it action item that Shanté left us right after this. Right. Finally, let's talk about those be it action items. What bold, executable, intrinsic, or targeted action items can we take away from your combo with Shanté Cofield?
You go first.
Okay. She said when starting out or starting something new, she advised if someone chooses to believe in you, believe them. And I just loved this. I loved this because this concept of borrowing confidence, I've never thought of before. I never heard of before, but it's so real.
This is so brilliant.
Because it's almost insulting if you don't believe the person. I believe in you. I believe that you can do the thing. And you're like, you're wrong. I'm going to fail. Right. It's like you kind of are throwing it back in their face. Right. But I also love this reframes this whole idea. When someone is like, I know you can do the thing. You can borrow that confidence from them. What a cool idea. She said, afterwards, celebrate, clap for yourself and go learn the thing. And then get in those reps, choose to believe the evidence of your growing confidence. Right. And I think when you're, especially when you're starting something new, if you have a mentor or a friend who's like really, really cheering for you, they're seeing something that you might not see in yourself in the moment, but it doesn't mean you don't have it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. It's like she also just loves our anthem at the beginning of this pod because she said, do it scared. Yep. Mm-hmm. She said, confidence is a byproduct. It's on the other side of action. So a byproduct of taking action is confidence. That's how you get confidence. Everyone's waiting for confidence to take action. You got to take the action to get the confidence. And waiting to feel better about it is a trap. One must still have to take action and show up in this way. So you've got to take the action, guys. And she also said the confidence, the happiness, the understanding, the clarity that you are looking for, the guidance, the direction, the answers that you're looking for are on the other side of doing the thing. So do it scared and freaking save this episode and go back and listen to her tell you that because I was just like, yeah, this is why she's on the pod. Like literally to remind people, so you be it till you see it. I'm obsessed with you, Shanté. You guys, they have their own podcast. I also know that since we interviewed them for this and I was like, what are you up to right now? They were, sharing like we're in this transition. They did a podcasting course.
Oh, cool.
And so I highly recommend.
Her podcast is called Maestro on the Mic.
Maestro on the Mic. And also I love their weekly newsletters. I highly recommend. It's an email I actually do read every week. I really, really like it. And it's also I got her on the pod because I got one and I said, I fucking love this one.
Side note, she's a doctor.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, Dr. Shanté. Anyways, she is a doctor. She is a badass. I love her journey. I hope that you saw yourself in some of these things that she said. And Shanté is going to want to know what your takeaways are. So definitely send her a DM, what your favorite part was. Send it to the Be It Pod. Share this with a friend who needs to hear it. This is how we be it till we see it. And until next time, be it till you see it.
Bye for now.
That's all I got for this episode of the Be It Till You See It podcast. One thing that would help both myself and future listeners is for you to rate the show and leave a review. And follow or subscribe for free wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, make sure to introduce yourself over at the Be It Pod on Instagram. I would love to know more about you. Share this episode with whoever you think needs to hear it. Help us and others be it till you see it. Have an awesome day.
Be It Till You See It is a production of the Bloom Podcast Network. If you want to leave us a message or a question that we might read on another episode, you can text us at +1 310 905 5534 or send a DM on Instagram at BeItPod.
It's written, filmed, and recorded by your host, Lesley Logan, and me, Brad Crowell.
It is transcribed, produced, and edited by the epic team at Diseño.co.
Our theme music is by Ali at Apex Production Music, and our branding by designer and artist Gianfranco Cioffi.
Special thanks to Melissa Solomon for creating our visuals.
Also to Angelina Herrico for adding all of our content to our website. And finally, to Meredith Root for keeping us all on point and on time.